Thoughts on balance? Actually, okay. Let's do this. I think I've played with and against every hero today. So we can actually make a pretty decent one. I'm gonna organize these so tanks are first. And then we'll do DPS. They're organized in a very weird way. I kind of want them to be in order like in the hero gallery, but I guess it doesn't matter. Okay. Let's also set the tiers. I want to make a category for heroes that are very strong, but are very weird. What should I call it? Like Ball, for example. Ball is really good, but no one knows how to play Ball. Strong, but requires specialization. Strong, but niche. But niche implies that like it only works sometimes, or does it? Strong, but specialist. Yeah, that's probably a good one. Very strong, straightforward, good, straightforward, good, hard to play. Bad, but you can make it work. Turbo terrible. For now. Let's do it. Romy knows what she's doing. So I've played 10 hours today. I've played with and against every single hero. It's all been in pro lobbies, so I think I know what stuff is pretty good and what stuff is pretty bad. But also, of course, like majority of people are not playing in these lobbies, so I will take into account and I will rank things based on like how hard they are to play versus how good they are. For example, like Widowmaker, I'm not going to put in the S tier because while she's really good, you can't expect people to be like insanely good at Widowmaker. It's not like someone who is gold and doesn't play Widow can just start picking Widow and instantly win. Whereas other heroes are kind of like that, I think. Like Orisa, we'll start with Orisa. Orisa, I think she's very straightforward, very like, her cooldown rotation is obvious in a way, or once you know it, it's not difficult to pull off, and she gets a lot of value. Tank, we're gonna go through the tanks first. Tank is a role that I think is struggling a lot this season. It is very difficult to stay alive as tank, and it's very difficult to keep tanks alive as support. Bad positioning will punish you extremely hard because of the DPS passive, and you really have to play your corners. Orisa is a hero that I think is very strong because, especially in the metal ranks, because she lets you get away with not playing perfectly. I think heroes like Mauga and Winston and Doom, you kind of have to play, even Reinhardt, you have to play very smart, you have to play your corners, you have to be very aware of your health bar, because you're easy to kill, right? Like if the other team focuses you, you'll just instantly die. But Orisa, very hard to kill, even in that case, because of the spin and the gold. She has cooldowns forever, her ult is pretty decent, and she's honestly kind of been rolling my lobbies. Reinhardt, I really want to put him here. Or here, bad, but you can make it work. I don't know what Ryan is like in the metal ranks or like diamond, but I can tell you right now, picking Ryan in a top 500 lobby, if you don't have 10,000 hours on him and you only play Reinhardt, you're gonna lose, like instantly. I've even had Ryan one-tricks on my team today. They were getting rolled. Like I had a guy who only plays Ryan 10,000 hours or something. He went 5 and 16. It's just impossible. All you can really do is stand there and hold your shield up. It's really, yeah, like Jake had someone on his team with 54k mitigation. It feels like with all the updates, he's like gotten eclipsed by everything. I think he's bad, but you can make it work. He might be easier to play in lower ranks, or like because you won't get punished as hard, but he is brutal right now. Sigma, I will put in very strong and straightforward because his grasp is really good. His ult, also really good, especially because it works off of percentages, so it does even more damage now than it did last patch. He has a shield. The left clicks are easy to hit. The rock has a ton of value. He's just all around a very good hero and not terribly difficult to play. Doomfist. I've had a Doom on my team today. Did we win? It wasn't anything noticeable. I don't think it was noticeably bad or noticeably good. I have heard a lot of people saying he feels like shit to play right now. He's really buggy and laggy and feels like slow. And I've also heard a lot of people say he's bad. But I think like Doom has such a high skill ceiling that whenever he's bad, you can make it work. I don't actually know if I will put any heroes in Turbo Terrible for now. Ramatra, I will put in very strong and straightforward. The projectile update made it so punches are really difficult to miss, and his block and his punches and just he's one of the simpler tanks. So long as you have good slows and good nemesis forms, which I mean those are his two abilities, but I think they're a lot easier to get down than other ones. Like use nemesis when you want to go in and your team has the advantage for cooldowns, and use slow where most of them are when they're like rotating or you're pushing in. He's just very strong and not terribly complicated. And Mauga is a different story. The thing is, Mauga, I would put him in bad, but you can make it work. But the problem is, what makes him work is your supports playing the right heroes. And you cannot control that. Like, if you're playing Mauga and you have Lucio Zen, basically, if you don't have Ana and Kiri, or Bap and Kiri, or Kiri and Bap, or anything along, or like, even just having one of those is bad. Not having any makes your hero completely unplayable. I'm gonna put him in Turbo Terrible. In Metal Ranks, you'll get punished less just for the support picks, but I still think he's not worth playing. It's not as if you can just run in and you'll instantly kill everything. You have to very much think about a lot of things. It's just, why would you play Mauga when he's really difficult and you have to make all these decisions that are like high level, when you could play these three heroes, get a lot of value without having to make those decisions. Winston, I'm gonna put in good and hard to play, because this hero is all about cooldowns and positioning. I think he's less affected by the DPS passive this patch, because he's a lot of going in and then getting out, right? And usually when you're in, you're not getting much healing anyways, so it affects him less. And when you're out, like, the DPS passive isn't affecting you. He's very good, but also hard to play. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's it. The category describes it perfectly. Ball is in strong but needs a specialist tier for sure. I've had today I was playing against Muma and who was the other person? Their name started with a P. Pila? Ball is insanely good. Insanely strong. I had like a 5-stack of pro players and we were playing against Ball and just getting rolled. The problem is no other hero translates to Wrecking Ball. Wrecking Ball is kind of his own game, right? Like you can't be a tank player and then because Wrecking Ball is good, you just go to play him and have success. That's not how it works. You have to play a ton of Ball to understand how to do it. So he's strong, but needs a specialist. I think Diva is... For Metal Ranks, I would put Diva in good and straightforward. Her Matrix is very useful, but she's really hard to play actually. I don't know, I don't think she's so straightforward. I can't have... Diva is one of the tank heroes that I don't really know how to play. I feel like she's very complicated. Actually, can we get some chat opinions? Has anyone played Diva in rank today? The only times I've had Diva is when she works very well against a team comp that we're playing against. She's not so much a hero that you pick out of the spawn doors. She's one that you pick to like... Actually, maybe I'll do that. Maybe we need a new tier for her, right? Like good but situational? Because she can be very good, but you also get like instantly counter swapped. She's good but hard to play. I would put her there. The Matrix is... yeah. Her gameplay loop is not simple. Honestly, I still don't understand it. I just kind of like free flow when I play and I don't actually know what I'm doing or what I should be doing. I will put Junker Queen here now. Good and straightforward. Junker Queen, actually maybe even here. I think Junker Queen now is very straightforward. Her hitbox is smaller. Her axe is, she just does a ton of damage now, especially because the axe is bigger. Or the knife, sorry, the knife is bigger. And the shotgun is bigger. This hero is just insane. People are playing her every single time on Flashpoint. It's always JQ Mirror. Roadhog got hit really hard by this patch. He's definitely in bad tier. Just because the DPS passive affects him so greatly, right? Like, his whole kit is based on healing. Like, you have nothing to reduce damage other than Take a Breather, kind of, but Take a Breather is healing as well. And it's not much of damage reduction. I feel like the rework, I don't know. He has no abilities to stop damage, and his hook doesn't one-shot unless you stick them in Pigpen. Even then, I don't know. I'm gonna put him in Turbo Terrible, actually. I don't think you can make him work. I'd like to see someone try. He needs help. I think he was the biggest loser of this patch. Zarya, we've been playing with Skye. I think Zarya is good and straightforward, in my opinion. Use bubbles, get a lot of charge, shoot the other team. She's good. Yeah, I mean, that's all I have to say. She's also really good when they're playing Orisa or Diva especially. So if your team is like getting completely rolled by an Orisa, swapping to Zarya and Zenyatta will like shut her down completely. She won't be able to do anything. The thing is, like, this tier list, I can put all of these in their tiers, but many of these are very easily countered. I think this patch has made this game even more of a counter switching game, and like, keep in mind, like, very strong, straightforward. At any point, they can swap to something that makes these heroes terrible. So if you're playing and you just feel like you're not having any impact, just swap. Like, do whatever you can. Like, Ball is strong but needs a specialist, but then the other team goes like Sombra, Mei, or whatever. Or Diva's good and hard to play. Well, maybe you're doing really well on her. They go Zarya, Mei. Like, you just have to swap. I think the era of only being able to play one hero without like actually suffering is gone. Is far gone. We are in a counter swapping meta. Mei is really strong. I've seen her in a lot of my games. I'm gonna put her here. DPS is, I actually haven't gotten to play DPS yet, but all of my DPS friends are having so much fun, and you know what? I'm happy for them. DPS is finally not cosmetic. Unless you're playing PHARAH, because she is turbo terrible. The new rework has a lot of potential, and maybe she's just really bad because people haven't figured out how to play her correctly yet, but my friend PHARAH, she's like insanely good at PHARAH. Like, always PHARAH, and she's very used to playing PHARAH with no mercy, but she's struggling right now, and if PHARAH is struggling, then everyone else is too. I'll tell you that much. Although she's very fun. Bad but fun. Even in the turbo terrible, I think you can make all of these heroes work until you're like top 50. Well, top 500. And then when you're in top 500, you can still make them work, but you're gonna get flamed every game. Actually, you'll probably get flamed every game on the way up as well. It's just like, why would you play turbo terrible heroes and go through all of this hardship and strife trying to figure out how to make it work when you could just play one of these heroes and have fun? Unless you're extremely dedicated. I'm gonna put Reaper in strong but needs a specialist as well, because I have seen 3 or 4 Reaper players today. Mind you, I'm playing in like entirely pro lobbies, which makes me think he's good. The thing is, nobody plays Reaper except Reaper players, and he also has a very different playstyle from every other hero. But the shotgun change, plus having more health, I mean, the more shots you're hitting because of the spread and the projectile sizes, gives you more HP. So it's actually very surprising. Today I healed up my sim to like 3/4 HP and the Reaper was 1. The Reaper won just because of the lifesteal. It was actually crazy. Sojourn is, as always, very strong. S tier, S, best of the best. Charge up your rail, shoot it, off angle, things like this. I think Cassidy is also good. He's relatively straightforward as well. Cassidy has 300 HP now. Is it 300 or 275? Whatever it is, it's way too much. He is just unkillable. And with the projectile size changes, it's much easier now to hit headshots and be consistent with your shots. And when you're Cass, if you're consistently hitting your shots, you are having a lot of impact. Bastion is, I need a new category for Bastion. Good in the right situation. Bastion is almost always here, I think. In every season, Bastion is almost always here. He's good in the right situation. If you're like a one-trick Bastion, you can make him work, but yeah, situational. If you just have a tank on the other team that doesn't really know what they're doing, you can blow them up. Or if you're running like Rush with like Lucio, Baptiste, Ramatra, Bastion's also really good. He's just, yeah, very map, very point dependent, very team comp dependent. Sometimes I swap to Bastion if I'm like losing really hard and I'm like, well, it's hopeless. Let me see if Bastion works. And sometimes he does. Genji is also in the good but hard to play category. I mean, it's freaking Genji. He's very hard to play, but also very good. The shurikens being larger now makes it more consistent. I just had a Genji go like 30-5 on Route 66. He just killed everything. It was ridiculous. Right clicks up close, just like delete people. I think Echo is also going to be in the good but hard to play. The trouble is, Echo is a very counterable hero. Like, if you roll out on Echo and you do good for even one fight, then they're gonna go double hit scan, they might even go Diva. then you're not gonna have fun, so you need to swap. But before that happens, she's very good. I'm gonna put a Hanzo in A tier as well. A lot of people were saying that Hanzo is gonna be terrible here because he can't one-shot anymore. But he still does, what is it, 240 damage? It's either 240 or 245. So if the person has taken literally any damage from any other source and you hit their head, they're gonna die. And say like 80% of the time you're shooting at people with Hanzo, they're gonna be taking damage. Unless you're doing a very flanky playstyle, a very sniper playstyle. Also, he shoots like actual logs now. The Hanzo log meme is very real now. I am getting hit by like the most absurd Hanzo shots. He's just good. He's just good. And yeah, you have to play more of a frontline style now instead of a flanky style Hanzo. You can't be really sneaky anymore. Junkrat was hit probably second worst out of all the heroes by this patch, right behind Roadhog. Junkrat is turbo ass. Even I played against like the rank 1 Junkrat. Mind you, he has hit rank 1 only playing Junkrat into like Tracer, Sojourn, PHARAH, Echo every game, and he's rank 1 somehow. He just keeps winning. He was doing nothing. I felt really bad. The flank playstyle is gone because your one-shot combo requires a mine, right? So 1 mine to get in, or 2 mines to get in if you triple mine, then 1 mine for the combo to one-shot someone. But now, if you mine in, and you do the combo, they'll live, and then you can't get out, so you have nothing. You have to hit 2 primary fires and a mine, or 2 mines and a primary fire. It destroyed the flank Junkrat playstyle and made the play with your team spammy Junkrat playstyle stronger because its projectiles are bigger, but I don't know, I just don't think that playstyle is that strong. So maybe if you're like if you have really bad aim one day and you just want to spam out the other team, Junkrat might work, but he's bad. Poor guy. Torbjorn is really good. I'm putting him in very strong. I've had a couple Torbjorn players today. His Cheetos are enormous now, very easy to hit shots, and he also gets like, what is it, 300 HP when he presses E, minimum? A ridiculous amount of HP. He is so strong. Plus the shotgun is more consistent now, does more consistent damage when you're shooting at people up close range. Torb is a monster. He's so good. I think Sombra is going to go in the situational tier. She's insane. But what do you think, chat? For me today, she's been very situational. But I can see her being good. Sombra is the counter pick hero. Today, a lot of people were playing Sombra to counter Ball or I don't know, there's so many heroes Sombra counters. Ball, Rhine, Roadhog, even just like tanks. She blows up tanks. Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right. Strong Wit needs a specialist. No, yeah, Strong Wit needs a specialist is right. I think you can play her in most every situation. But she's a very unique hero, and you have to be very good at her to be able to play her in every situation. But she can be really good and straightforward in some situations. So Ashe is good and straightforward. I don't have much else to say about that. You have to reload quite a bit longer now, but Dynamite applies the DPS passive for a very long time, and you can 2-tap people with right clicks with scope shots. It's 1 scope or 1 headshot scope and then 2 body shot scopes, or is it 3 body shots? Either way, I got destroyed by 2 headshots all the time today. I think she's good. Soldier is here as well. Soldier is almost always in this tier, I feel like. Especially, he works in every rank. He's very straightforward, very easy to pick up, and he's always pretty good. And I'm gonna put Sim in the specialist tier as well as Sombra, because Sim is, I mean, I've said this for all the specialist heroes, but like, she's very unique, right? There is no other hero that will teach you how to play Symmetra. You can play her in any situation and she can be very, very good, but you have to know how to play Symmetra. She's not like so exceptionally broken that someone who doesn't play Sim can lock her and get a lot of value. Tracer is just S tier. I mean, like, even without being straightforward, I'm still gonna put her in the very strong tier because she's so good. But even if you don't know what you're doing, I feel like she will still destroy. She just does so much damage. She is a lot less punishing now because you can't get one shot anymore unless it's, what is it, a Hanzo headshot or a Widow headshot. She's just incredibly strong, a good old insane hero. Widow's situational. Very, very, very good in the right situations, but also very easily countered and very map dependent as well. But the projectile changes have made it noticeably easier to hit shots. So if you played Widow before and you felt like you were getting close but you could never hit anything, it's worth giving her a shot now. Lock her in on Junkertown or something. Lock her in on Havana and just insta-win. Give it a shot. Supports is going to be very different from the rest of the cast, okay? Right off the bat, we are putting Bap, Ana, Brig, Kiri, Lucio, and Zen in very strong straightforward. We're putting Iriari in situational, and we're putting the rest in turbo terrible. All of these heroes are incredibly good at the top. Zen especially, Bap especially, Lucio especially with the buff, Ana very good, Brig very good, Kiri very good. Life Weaver, Mora, and Mercy are pretty bad, like really bad. And Iliardi can work, but I'd say it requires a specialist. This is in GM. I think Moira can go here. For anything below GM, I think Moira can go here. Mercy as well. Life Weaver too. Even here. Life Weaver can go here. Okay, wait, okay. Top 500, this is the tier list, okay? Anything below top 500, good, good, very good. I think that's how it goes. Well, the thing is, Life Weaver is just a beefy boy, and he puts out a lot of healing. He's like impossible to kill, and just spams heals the whole time. I actually have not seen any Mercies today, which makes me know that they are struggling. It is... When's the last time I went 10 hours of playing without seeing a single Mercy player? Probably never in my life. So, she is definitely struggling right now. At least in the very high echelons of ranked. Below, there's going to be plenty of Mercies, and you can absolutely make Mercy work. She's just a hero that can't have much impact by herself. So, if you want to carry, you want to climb, Mercy is not the hero that you want to be playing. Like, you can make her work, but you just don't have very much impact alone. I think this tier list is pretty on point. Of course, I have only played for 10 hours. Well, I've only played for one day, right? Like, can't know everything. So some of these will be wrong, but I think the majority of it are correct. Especially the very strong and straightforward tier. All of these heroes, I promise you, are incredibly good and are easy to pick up. If you don't play them, but you play other heroes in the role, you will have a good and easy time on them. Yeah, I would say the only things that are wrong is that, like, maybe these turbo terrible heroes aren't terrible. Maybe these heroes aren't so bad. But all the strong heroes here are strong. I can promise you that much. Zen is disgusting right now. Even if you're a DPS player and you want to just like mess around and have fun, go Zen. Do a support game, go Zenyatta and just kill everyone. Play like your Cole Cassidy. The Discord orb is just is huge. And the orbs are so easy to hit now. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this one.